Hello, welcome to another video. So, excuse me, today's video, this team is very meta. It was, I believe, originally created by ThoTechtical. It is well known as the Azumarill Double Ghost line. The biggest difference is, since the last update, kind of like, obviously Azu Double Ghost existed, then level 50s happened, and then, of course, you Sableye, you want to prefer to have the XL. I'm still choosing to use my Hondo Sableye because, assuming with Halloween this year, this might be the last time I regularly use it, unless, of course, it's viable in tournament play to use the Hondo if Sableyes are very common, for instance. And then the biggest difference, though, now is Shadow Alolan Marowak. This thing is amazing. It still loses matchups against, like, the dark types and the flying types that resist both Shadow Bone and Bone Club, or that are really bulky like Diggersby. But that extra 20% damage adds up, and if you have, especially say a 2-0 shield advantage and can shield like the earthquakes from a Diggersby, or etc., they add up over time, and with all the Bone Clubs you're throwing, you might just time out. Who knows? I'll be honest, timing out I don't think ever happened, maybe except one time in all the battles, because I've used this team for a lot of battles, which I've recorded, but I'm not going to show you that because that'd be like over 20, and you guys do not want multiple videos this quick, in this such short amount of time of the same team. So let's get right to these battles here. Oh, and that's my shiny Alolan, not Alolan, but shiny Azumarill, ranked 125. I literally spent like 600 to 750,000 dust to basically invest in my Alolan Marowak and Azu. So, we swap out Sableye versus Skarmory. Pretty neutral matchup. I can definitely flip this, though, as I will outpace, especially as long as I can keep good timing. I'm going to throw the foul play to see what they want to do. I am down a shield. They let it go, which is definitely the smarter play. I will take a foul play. I believe I'm about to return now, but I still will do one more Shadow Claw to, again, maximize my timing and damage. And, of course, that was their lead, if memory serves. So then they come with Venusaur. Oh, poor souls. So my shield is going to go to Azu if needed. If needed. All right, so we're going to go for a Bone Club here. If they're smart, they won't shield. Yeah, okay, good. Now, I go for a Shadow Bone, and here's why. For the debuff chance of their defense. So, oh, and they're already so low. I don't know why they let that go. They should have definitely been shielding. So, this is going to be a good game. Very well played to my opponent. I think they just knew it, and they're just, like, tapping it out kind of thing versus top lefting. So, I can just bubble down. I don't need to use my final shield. So, I have definitely lost with having both shields up, and it hurts terribly. I have noticed that a lot of people are either running the same thing or some variation. Like, I've seen Walrein with the ghosts in the back, and I think I've even seen Nidoqueen once, with the same ghost in the back. Or they're prepared for it, meaning like Shadow Victory Bell, Bastiodon, and Sableye. It sucks. It really sucks. Ugh. I even tried, I tried today specifically, because these battles are from during Go Battle weekend. I tried even, Walrein, my non-shadow, so thinking, like, please tell me I can get to 2 Icicle Spears, on the Victory Belt. Nope. I missed it by, like, 2 turns or something. But, yeah, so we got a Gramble here, so we do seem to be tied, which is unfortunate. Not what I was hoping for. I will shield this up. It is very obviously the crunch. And I'm just going to go for the Bone Club. They're likely not going to shield. They do shield, and then they come with Metacham. So I apologize I'm not talking about the battles in the moment. Just, explaining my thoughts. And yeah, it's pretty much over. So good game to my opponent. Very well played. I mean, plenty of viewers who are probably watching the videos have been around enough where they can tell where it's going without me saying it. So Azu is running, as you can see, Ice Beam Play Rough, so Bastiodon is actually kind of tricky, and even some Fire types can be a little tricky. They do go into Sableye, which is perfectly fine with me. I will totally stay in. Marowak can actually comfortably handle Kanto Ninetales pretty well, provided you likely have to give up a shield, though, against the Ninetales, just because Overheat and or Fire Spins or Ember and Psyshocks do add up. Okay, they do go for a return here. I do go for an Ice Beam Bait. And they shield, which is fantastic. And then I'm able to get to the next Ice Beam. I think I did reach the player off, but Ice Beam should be more than enough to take it out, and that is amazing. Alrighty, and I'm able to get a bubble off. And they try to catch onto the Zoomeril. I will go for the Shadow Bone to hopefully get the debuff chance and also put it into a range where I can shield. And I'll shield. I will farm up to the max, get a return going, and then should be able to reach a foul play even with getting hit by a Weather Ball. Again, I farm up to quote-unquote max energy, as the next Shadow Claw would not be as effective. Right, and I'm able to get to the foul play, I think right as they get to their move. So yeah, this is going to be a good game to my opponent. Very well played. They do not have enough health, nor will they have enough energy to get to an overheat, I believe. So even though people are prepared for this team, I don't regret investing, because Shadow Awak is not to be underestimated, guys. Shadow gave it that umph it needed, and Azu is just Azu, and finally an XL. Actually, when I was looking at it, I had exactly the XL candies I needed to fully invest in it, so hallelujah. Goodbye, Dust. Good thing it was Go Battle Weekend with the extra Dust gains. So, right, we're just going to go for the player off here. No sense in baiting right now. They do go for a move. It's likely Psyshock, but they go for a Weather Ball. And Psyshock, I believe I can survive anyway, which is why I don't shield. They have to go for a Dazzling Gleam, which I believe takes 9 charms. And I'm just going to stay in here and just let Alolan Marowak farm down. Sometimes I've shielded the Psyshock, sometimes I haven't. Do I? And they go for another Weather Ball. So do they not have Psyshock? Maybe they were running Dazzling Gleam. I'm going to go for a Shadow Bone here and then try to swap into Sableye here. And I do... Okay, and I get the defense drop. Even better. Alrighty then. So I believe I shield to preserve health. They're likely going to swap to get rid of that debuff. And look at that. Look at that. Obviously, there's always a little bit of luck with what's in the back, but you know what? You just got to play it. I'm already on my second foul play. This will near take it out, but I will save my shield no problem if I have to for Marowak, but this game is over. Very well, GG's, very well played to my opponent there. Righty, Zoomer with Diggersby. So, honestly, you don't really need Hydro Pump for Diggersby matchup just because you're going to need 2 moves anyway. They do swap into Alolan Ninetales, and we get lag here. Lovely. So, I believe I shield. No, I don't shield. Yeah, I should survive a Psyshock, no problem. And I'm able to farm down. So, I'm going to go for the Shadow Bone here. Again, we get the chance for the debuff, Bone Club, and I might do just a hair more than Shadow Bone. But, like, again, we get the chance for the debuff, and we're getting, you know... No debuff, though, but we can come in with the Zoom rule very comfortably. They should be at 2 mud shots. Weird visual glitch there. I promise I didn't swap out. As you can see on the side, the timer is not moving, the clock. So that was no swap. The Earthquake, I go for an Ice Beam. I don't believe they swapped out, which is excelente. And then it is a Wigglytuff, and this game is likely over. I should have shielded the... Should have shielded the Earthquake. Because I think I'm going to be too low health to... Yeah, good game to my opponent. So not shielding there cost me. See, look, that first game, or that first or second game, opponent had both shields still, and I had a loss with both shields. So, ouch! Honestly, I think this was one of the first time I was noticing, like, Diggersby Double Charm, as, like, you know, Wigglytuff has some decent bulk to it. But yeah, so... Alright, we got the next matchup, Azu versus Empoleon. I do swap into Sableye as long-term, I believe Empoleon does win this. Just because the waterfalls are adding up more than the bubbles, even though they're both 3-turn moves. And they come in with Altaria, which totally makes sense because they want to keep this away from the Azu. I'm able to get to a second foul play, which is great. So this either gets a shield or flip switch. And then, do I shield? No, I don't. I'm just going to come in... Really wish I could have gotten to that second foul play. That would have been nice, but I think I'm just going to farm down. This is an aggressive farm down, even though Azu has got a great matchup. They go for Moonblast, and they get the attack drop. Totally great. Which allows them to get to a second move. Oh my gosh. And Empoleon, so I'm just going to do the player out to get some nice chip damage here going. Do I swap into a little Marowak? No, I do not. I'm just trying to get this Empoleon as low as possible and save my shield because Lord knows a Hydro Cannon's possibly going to hit me. But they throw, which is great. The waterfalls are going to chunk, though. Watch. Look, like, that's chunking. That is chunking. All right, so thanks to sneaking in, since we're 3-turn moves, I will knock out this Empoleon. And it is a Mandibuzz, so that is a GG. Very well played of my opponent. It's just like, goodbye. All right, very positive lead. All right, they swap into Toxicroak, so I'm going to go into Sableye here. They will be going for Mud Bombs here. I can take one comfortably. Oh, was this that matchup? Oh, no. Oh, God. There was like a matchup where I think I decided to lose, soft lose. Okay, no, never mind. Okay, so I do win this one. Might have been a while back, but I was just like learning, you know, it's just like, oh, brother. Then I'm just going to go for the return here, as I won't get to 2 foul plays, and return is definitely a harder hitting move than a singular foul play with stab. Going to wait out the clock. And then come in with Registeel. So, because my clock wasn't totally up yet, I am going to let the Registeel hit me with a Zap Cannon. It will not take me out. And this is already, the writing on the wall is there, as Alolan Marowak can just farm down. It can even take a Zap Cannon itself. And yeah, so we're just going to save shields as long as possible. Nope, I shield the first time. Okay, never mind. Oh, they did shield already, okay. But yeah, no, the writing is on the wall here. I'm gonna throw a Bone Club here, as I can just farm down with Azu. I don't need to win this with the Alolan Marowak. And they catch on Altaria, which is very smart of them. So I'm just gonna which is fine. I'm not too concerned. I do have an Ice Beam loaded already, and so they definitely had a chance there. No, I think I still would have won. It just really depends on how much HP they could have knocked out with Dragon Breath, and then, of course, the 1 HP with my shield. With their Sky Attack, meaning. Alrighty, on to the next match here. Alrighty, bit of an iffy lead. Definitely in Azu's favor. A bit more if they're not running Sludge Wave. Thankfully, this is a regular Swampert, not a Shadow. If this was Shadow, it's actually kind of scary. You know, like, yeah, you kind of need to go for playoffs more often with this matchup versus Shadow, just because Swampert, as you can see, could have easily taken an Ice Beam. But yeah, no, arguably maybe we should have just gone for 2 Ice Beams. Okay, what do they swap into? All right, it is a Drapion. So, not the best throw, but I'm just going to stay in here and let them throw a Sludge Bomb. Marowak doesn't really have a lot of play here. And they go for a Crunch, which is interesting. Do they have Aqua Tail Crunch? Possibly. So I just stay in here to kind of keep farming down, if you will. They do go for a Crunch. So, yeah, I'm kind of Sableye and farm down. They can land a Crunch on me, totally fine by me. Hopefully I can get to another... Hopefully I can farm down, I should say. And then they come with Grand Ball, and I'm just like, shoot! I should not... I just blind through that. I blind through that. And now I gotta farm down, if possible, and I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. Alrighty, that's gonna be a good game. There's no way... I think that's gonna be a good game. I don't think I can reach a foul play in time against... Yeah, nope, don't have the health. So, had I swapped out right away, I could have had the energy lead I needed on Marowak, I believe, to take out the Swampert and then have the foul play loaded for maybe still Grand Bull, but like I just need to get an energy lead on Marowak. That was my win con. So with DD leads, it's often I have to decide whether to stay in with Azu or swap out to a little Marowak, as that is a softer counter to DD, because Sableye is a very hard check. So the Deoxys is running Rock Slide, which I'm especially in the later days, they were running more Thunderbolts than Rock Slides for sure. And I think that's in response to all the Azus and other things weak to electric types. So, yeah. And they go for a Psycho Boost, so I'm able to farm down. I do swap into Sableye to avoid a farm down. And I do draw out the Diggersy, so this is good. This is good. Definitely saving my shields for Alolan Marowak. Alolan Marowak is my win con here. And we're just going to go for foul plays here. We're going to either chip damage, get shields. I think I will have to expend 1 shield on Sableye to keep getting the stickers below. Hopefully they go, yeah, I definitely have to shield once, I think. Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. I don't remember if I have a move on my Azu. Hopefully it's a night. Hopefully I have a, at least the Ice Beam. And then they swap into Registeel, which I don't think was the best play. But granted, they didn't know I had a Marowak in the back. So you just take a risk with those moves. So they get the Zap Cannon off, which is unfortunate. And then they get another Zap Cannon off. And I'm just like, why did I not throw? Like, why? So I'm going for a Bone Club here that's double debuff. See, like, that was just not a smart play. But I believe I'm able to farm down. So the question is, can I get to a second Bone Club? I'm able to, so that's good. Question is, can I farm down? Oh. I tried sack swapping, but I should have just come up with the Azu right away, and we're able to take that game. Good game to my opponent. Very well played. Holy moly. Yep, definitely faced a lot. Like I said, a lot of people were running this team as well, and I probably faced the mirror team, regardless of the shadow form or not. Oh God, at least I want to say at least a dozen times, at least. Okay, which I mean might not seem like a lot when you use this team for multiple days, but like that's a fair amount. So the Azu mirror, since I only have one IV, one attack IV, there are some cases where I do win CNP. So. But because we're 3-turn moves, honestly, it's just a game of like chicken in the sense of who wants to see who wins CMP tie. It does generally take 3 player offs, sometimes an extra bubble beyond that to win or knock out their opposing Azu. They come with Talonflame because I swap out my Sableye into their Trev because they let their Azu go down. I do let this. Nope, I don't. Yeah, no, Lone Marowak's my win condition, so. Right, I'm at the second foul play. They will reach a second flame charge before my third foul play. Okay, so they are at. Okay, yeah, we did farm up a lot. Okay, so. Oh, I'm going to catch. Okay, oh, I do have a shield, so I'm just going to shield this. Alright, so they have no shield, so I think this was a different match where I legit caught a Brave Bird. Alright, they come with Trev. I have a Shadow Bone ready. This is going to take out the Trev, and that's going to be a good game to my opponent. Very well played. Look at that damage. Bang! Let's go. Alrighty then. So that was a decent 3-2 set there. But yeah, and then there's an Absol. Not good IVs, unfortunately. But yeah, no, this team is definitely very consistent, though. I will say, even when you are running counters, though, granted, easily Shadow Victory Bell is one of the best counters to lead with this team. Like if you see Azu, like literally Victory Bell, Bastiodon, and Sableye is a good counter. I've beaten it. I believe I've beaten that team a couple times. I think I've lost more than I've won. It really just depends on what your opponent does with their energy management and what you do with your energy management and shield decisions. It can be very much a game of chicken in some manner. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Remember to hit that like button and hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video.